In today's video, I'll be taking you through a tour of my forgotten lands in Disney Dreamlight Valley. Hopefully this video will inspire you with decorating tips for your own valley. I'll show you a simple walkthrough in both daylight and nighttime. I'll also give you the furniture view overview so you can see how the whole valley is laid out. If you're new here, my name is Demelza. This is Demelza's Delights. Let's take a look together. So this is the back entrance and it's in the Sunlit Valley, and we're going to start here by walking up the hill into the Forgotten Lands area. The Forgotten Lands used to be my most disliked area to come and do quests and to clean up. I'm not a big spooky fan, so I knew that I wanted to turn my Forgotten Lands into a really bright and colourful place so that it would encourage me to spend more time here. As we look to the left, I have created a little dining area. Whenever I think about Disney parks, I think about the dining experiences that you can have and what the sightlines look like in the park. So on the tabletops, we have some root beer, we have some hot cocoa, and we have some Jack Skellington like Halloween cookies, as well as toffee apples, because this area gives off a bit of a carnival vibe as well. This pretzel stand came from the premium shop. I think it fits this area really well. You can get yourself a pretzel, sit down, have a root beer. And I'll now show you the Mickey Ferris wheel. So if you're new to the game, or if you don't know about the rides that you can buy in the premium store, you can actually hop on them. Every single time there is a ride available in the premium store, I make sure I buy it and try and work it into my valley somewhere. So you use your camera to get on. Once you're on the ride, you can see in the bottom left-hand corner there, you have some options. So you can hide this panel, you can take a picture, you can change the camera format. And I love how my hair blows up as I'm going down in the Ferris wheel. It's very interactive. The view in the cages is not so great when you turn it around, so the best view is probably facing yourself. And to get on and off the ride, you just interact with the camera. So that is the Mickey Ferris wheel. I absolutely love it in this area. It just brightens it up. And the next area that I will show you is this forsaken Forgotten's tree house. We all just hate it so much because you can't move it. It's a bit of a nightmare for decorating, but I managed to turn mine into an attraction. I've used a lot of pathing and a lot of fencing in this area to make it look like a Disney park, and I have put pillars outside of the Forgotten Tree House to make it look like it's an attraction, an interactive one where you have 2 entries, 2 exits. I hope this inspires you to do something similar. And here is the other cute Mickey ice cream bar food trucks, and I've put the recycling parks bin next to it to make it look like it's part of the park. Some diagonal pathing just to make this area pop, and then I've put Venus flytraps on top of the entrances for the Forgotten Treehouse. Another attraction that I bought in the premium shop is the Tower of Terror. Now you can't ride this one, unfortunately. I wish you could. However, you can interact with it and turn it on and off. So you can see there the elevator doors are dropping, the windows are opening, the Hollywood Tower Hotel sign is flickering on and off. I honestly wish we could buy a version of the one at Disney Sea, because that is the only park that I have actually been to. Disneyland Tokyo and Disney Sea Tokyo. Those are the 2 parks that I've been to because I am from New Zealand, so America's just not that accessible for us. However, I love how this attraction looks in the Forgotten Lands. Next to it, I have placed this haunted house, and I need to show you what it looks like at night because it's absolutely stunning at nighttime. We're going to go into our graphics. If you didn't know, you can change the time of day in your game, but you can see here the bats coming out of the top of it. I also want to show you what the windows look like up close. They're stunning. They're like this purple and blue kind of glass mosaic type of window. Absolutely love it. So I'll now show you this cute dining area number 2, outside of the Forgotten's treehouse. You can see here I've used tables that match the treehouse, so I think it was from a Forgotten Quest where you unlock this table. I thought it was perfect. I've used some purple and wooden chairs to really accentuate all of the purple and blue in this area. I've also decorated the tables with these little blue Mickey lights, and I imagine this area to be like a quick service table seating arrangement with this spooky bookshelf on the side, a little bit of theming going on. I'll now show you where I've put Aladdin's Magic Carpet Ride. I had to get this when it was in the premium shop. I just had to. And again, we're of course going to go for a ride. Now I need to warn you that you might get a little dizzy in this section. If you get dizzy, just speed through it. Don't worry about watching it. I adore this Magic Carpet Ride. It was one of my favorites at Disney Sea. And I love how realistic it is from your point of view, where the carts go up and down. Sorry, the magic carpets go up and down. I just absolutely love it. So from time to time in my game, I'll just go for a little ride, go for a little spin. And it seemed only fitting that I was to put Aladdin's house, Aladdin and Jasmine's castle, next to the Aladdin Magic Carpet Ride. And I tried to use a lot of contrasting purple, green, golds in this entire area, just because I love those colors together. Another nightmarish area, which none of us really know like how to fix it because we can't pick up these, I don't know, things that hold the gems, whatever they're called. So at the back of Aladdin's castle, I have popped in some magic carpets, also the Agrabah crafting table, which fits perfectly at the back here. Across the way, I have popped in another pond. This one is from the Neverland water kit, I think. And I really loved, again, the browns, the greens, the blue. It kind of goes with the area. A lot of my builds are very open, lots of open space or big natural areas with grass. So I've popped in the V8 cafe, or I'm going to make it into like a retro cafe restaurant, because I still have all of the items from the Star Path that happened maybe 2 or 3 Star Paths ago. I liked the neon feel, especially towards the back here where we've got those kind of weird Tron statue things that we can't move. I also added the inside out, I guess they're like little fountain statues, the blue sparkly things on the outside here. When I first got this fountain, I think it's a furniture item that you can unlock with the fire on the top. I had no idea where to put it, and then I just thought it looked perfect here in the Forgotten Lands. And for Goofy's stall in this area, I've used the tangled skin with the lanterns on it. All of the purple and blue and green look really good in this area, and I love the back of the stall, so I didn't want to hide it away. I wanted it to be open. Another thing I love to do with any of my builds is actually make it so that you can run behind the houses or in between the houses. I love it. It gives it like a real life feel, like walking through little mini neighborhoods. And so on the corner here, I've put the confectionery store. Now I know most people are going to put that in their plaza, but I thought it looked really good in this area. Again, I'm trying to bring fun elements into the Forgotten Lands so it's not so spooky. In this area outside the confectionery store, I imagine it to be like a meeting point for characters. So if you want to meet some characters outside, this is where you're going to meet them. Then we have a tiny bit of spooky on the far right hand side of my Forgotten Lands. In October of last year, when everything spooky and Halloween was coming out in the premium shop, I did actually buy a few things. At the start of this video, you'll remember me saying I don't really like spooky things. However, this is like as much as I can handle. This is like my version of spooky. So this is like a little mini Halloween town. I love the green cauldrons with the bubbling water. I love how it all sort of fits in with the purple, green, blue theme of this area. And it's kind of fitting to have the confectionery store right there, because you think of Halloween, you think of candy. So in my mind, it all blends into one. Lots of Jack Skellington things in this area. Definitely this area feels in my mind that it needs work. I haven't really completed this side of my Forgotten Lands, but for now I really like how I've put down the pathing and how everything is very themed for that specific part of Forgotten Lands. I'll now take you into furniture mode so you can see the exact layout of my Forgotten Lands, like the full valley tour. You can see here on the left hand side, I've obviously got a lot of attractions. It's more of a parks feel, and you can see the pathing is very wiggly in some spots. I tried to make the whole area very path orientated, as if it was like a main street that the characters walk down or you walk down as a guest to a Disney park. And hopefully this overview will also be really helpful if you want to box in the Forgotten Treehouse as well. And as you can see on the right hand side, I feel like it's not quite finished yet. There's always room for improvement in my valley. I'm always upgrading and adding things as they come out in the premium shop or as I unlock new furniture items, so I feel like it's never quite complete. But this is my completed Forgotten Lands Valley for now. And I'm really obsessed with the sight lines that the Mickey Ferris wheel in particular gives, especially if you're standing below in the sunlit plateau. I can show that to you in another video. But I absolutely love how parks orientated this build is. I love how open it is. What I will show you now very quickly is an overview of what it looks like with all of the lights on. This is the entrance from my sunlit plateau. I cannot wait to show you in another video my build for the sunlit plateau. At nighttime, I do think that some of the lights I've chosen are too bright and they sort of flood out the different areas. But a lot of the items that I have in the Forgotten Lands have very interactive lights, like the pumpkins, Jack Skellington's car. There's so many different things that change at nighttime, and the beautiful castle as well with the bats coming out of it. You'll see here that the Forgotten Treehouse is all lit up, so these actually look beautiful at night, and another reason why I wanted to turn it into an attraction so it didn't just become something that I hated to look at. I love all of the blues, purples, yellows, golds in this area. I think they all combine really well together. If you've had the privilege of going to a Disney park, you'll also know that there's no better feeling than being in a park at nighttime waiting for the fireworks. Everything is just buzzing with excitement. I'm going to turn off these sort of street lights, these street lamps that I have by this little cafe, and show you how gorgeous this castle is at night with the bats flying out of it. Also the Mickey Ferris wheel. Oh my gosh, hi Wally! He's just scooting past. I love how all of the characters have that gorgeous golden glow as they walk past you. This game is so magical. It makes me so happy. I spend so many hours on this game because of how happy it makes me. And how good does this magical witchy book glider that I got from the last Star Path look at nighttime? It just suits the area so much. I'll also turn off these green street lamps that I've got in front of Mickey's Ferris wheel. Let's have a look at what it looks like without the lights sort of flooding that front area. It is so stunning. I am obsessed. I'm obsessed with the Hollywood Tower Hotel, the Tower of Terror. I'm obsessed with this whole area, and I spend so much more time in my Forgotten Lands now that I actually love it up here. I hope that you enjoyed this walkthrough. Please let me know if you'd like to see other areas of my valley. Thank you all so much for joining me in today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye now.